In the bustling city of Lagos, land of promise and opportunity, there stood a grand mansion. The mansion, known as the House of Igbalode, was a symbol of wealth and power, reflecting the wealth of its owner, Madam Igbalode. She was a woman of strong will and unyielding pride. Her name speaks influence and affluence. However, beneath the elegance lay a hardened by life trial and a disposition that rendered her both feared and revered. Madam Igbalode wealth had been amassed through a series of shrewd business ventures and ruthless decisions. Her enterprises spanned from real estate to import and export businesses, each contributing to a towering empire. But the success was overshadowed by the darkness of her character. She ruled her household with an iron fist, her cruelty a daily torment for those she employed. Among the household staff was a young maid named Tiresimi. She was a delicate girl with a quiet demeanor and a very peaceful nature that reflects what she had passed through in life. Her origins were a mystery even to herself, as she has been found at a tender age. The other maids took her under their wings, teaching her how things are done in Madam Igbalode's formidable household. The life of a maid in Madam Igbalode mansion was very tough, sad and challenging. From the crack of dawn until the dead of the night, the maid worked ceaselessly. They scrubbed the floor until they gleamed, dusted every surface meticulously, and catered to Madam Igbalode 24/7. Each day they pray for reprieve, but the harshness of their mistress knew no bounds. Tiresimi, with her gentle nature and frail frame, often bore the brunt of Madam Igbalode's wrath. Every misstep, every perceived inadequacy was met with a sharp rebuke or worse, a physical punishment. The other maids watched in silent horror, knowing that to speak up would be to invite similar treatment upon themselves. Yet, despite the cruelty she faced, Tiresimi remained kind-hearted. She shared what little food she had with the young maids and often stayed up late to help others complete their chores. Her spirit, though battered, remained unbroken, a quiet defiance against the injustice she endured. As the month passed, the tension in the mansion grew worse. Madam Igbalode's temper seems to flare with increasing frequency, and Tiresimi's health began to deteriorate. Whispers among the staff grew louder as they feared that one day Madam Igbalode's wrath would result in something far worse than bruises and scars. It was during one of these tense days that Madam Igbalode's past came to light. Born into poverty, she had clawed her way to the top through sheer determination and a series of calculated risks. Her rise to wealth had come at a cost, leaving her bitter and distrustful. The loss of her daughter many years ago had hardened her heart further, turning her into the tyrant she had become. The breaking point came on one stormy night. Madam Igbalode, in a fit of rage over a trivial matter, lashed out at Siresimi angrily and violently. The young maid crumbled to the floor, unconscious and bleeding. The other maids rushed to her aid, their faces with fear and concern as they turned to her injury. One of them noticed a small locket around Siresimi's neck, something she had always kept hidden. The locket, upon closer inspection, bore an inscription that struck a chord with Madam Igbalode. She recognized it instantly. It was the same locket she had given her daughter on her 5th birthday, the very day her daughter disappeared. A wave of shock and disbelief washed over her as the pieces of puzzle began to fall into places. Madam Igbalode ordered an immediate investigation into Siresimi's background. The findings were nothing short of astonishing. Siresimi was indeed a long-lost daughter, presumed dead after being adopted years ago. This revelation was like a dagger to Madam Igbalode's heart, filling her with a torrent of emotion she had long suppressed. Flashbacks of the fateful day when her daughter was taken replayed in her mind. The anguish, the search, the eventual acceptance of her loss. It all came rushing back. How Siresimi had ended up as a maid in her own household was a cruel twist of fate, one that now demanded atonement. Madam Igbalode was a woman transformed. The discovery of Siresimi's true identity shattered the icy facade she has maintained for years. As Siresimi lay recovering, Madam Igbalode kept a vigil by her side, her heart heavy with regret and sorrow. When Siresimi finally opened her eyes, the confrontation was inevitable and heart-wrenching. Tears streamed down Madam Igbalode's face as she begged for forgiveness, recounting the story of her loss and the empty years that followed. Siresimi listened, her own heart torn between the pain of her past and the revelation of her true identity. The room was thick with emotion as mother and daughter grappled with the reality of their situation. In the days that followed, the mansion underwent a transformation as profound as that of its mistress. Madam Igbalode, now aware of the preciousness of life and the destructiveness of her cruelty, became a kinder and more compassionate person. The maids, once living in fear, found a new sense of security and respect. Siresimi, though initially wary, began to accept a new role as Madam Igbalode's daughter. The journey towards healing was slow, But with time, the bonds of family and the love began to mend the wounds of the past. The other maids, witnessing the change, found hope and inspiration in the story of redemption and the enduring power of love. Once a place of fear and suffering, became a home filled with warmth and compassion. The story of Madam Igbalode and Tiresimi, filled with emotion, abuse, and deceit, serve as a poignant reminder of the resilience of human spirit and the possibility of redemption, no matter how dark the past may be. Thanks for watching and listening. Please subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories.